everybody. Welcome back to a BGCS stream. We are coming into the final days of BGCS for Season 3. I'm here joined with Kieran.
Hello, Toxo. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm brilliant. Yeah, I'm looking forward to these playoffs coming up. We've got the 8 best teams from the league ready to battle it out to see who's going to take the grand prize.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one. Our first game will be Unseen versus CK Esports. Do you have any predictions for that?
I do. This is going to be a very tightly contested match. This is actually what I believe is two of the favourites for the competition, and they've been seeded to play against each other. Um, I It's going to be tough. I think it's definitely going to could be a 3-1 if one team comes out doing really well. Or it could be a 3-2 if it's going to be as tightly contested as we think it's possible. I'm going to go in the way of the unseen this game. I think 3-2 or 3-1 is going to be very, very close between the two teams. I'd like to know about yourself, Doctor.
I think in my predictions I think I chucked up a 3-2 to Unseen or even a 3-1, just because Unseen did make it on the top of their conference side, which I believe was Wolf Thrusters. Yeah, Wolf Thrusters. They did come first in their conference, I believe, and CK barely scraping it through with coming in fourth. So it's gonna be definitely interesting to see.
Yeah, and it turns out on my predictions, I actually had a 3-1 in the way of unseen. So I did have the same team. It seems like I've kind of changed my prediction. Apparently my mic is way too loud. I can turn that down as far as I know. If
I
give me
I can
a little
turn
moment.
I can turn you down a little. Actually, yeah, you're gonna have to do
Yeah, I've done it.
that. Alright,
The chat will just have to let me know if that sounds any better for you guys. But
I do
yeah,
it tiny bit
that
louder.
is our first match of the A stream. But over on the B stream, we also do have Interstellar versus Resurrection, and then after this, we will also have Team Miracle versus Solaris Esports, and also Clinical Masterminds versus the Corinthians. All very exciting matches, all going to be very tightly contested as these teams battle it out to see who could take it to the end, go all the way to the grand finals, and win to be the BGCS Season 3 champions.
Yeah, we're just waiting on a response. Okay, everybody is ready to go, so let's take this on the way and get our first game of playoffs started.
Yep, and it seems like the Unseen do have their meme names back together, but here we go. RLCS Worlds was on recently, but now
Honestly,
we have our own little celebration of Rocket League, right in between two major, massive prizeful events. We're not quite there yet, but here we are in our playoffs, right at the end of this season,
I
and
would say
the best people in our league competing for that grand prize, Toxo.
yeah, I would say honestly better than RLCS. You're not really gonna get as many whips in RLCS, and you'll see it today and have a great laugh. As we say this, CK looking nice at the start. Panic. I
That's the curse. We've had one, and we're not even 40 seconds into the first game. Cast the curse from Toxo coming out, and the
yeah.
Unseen do lead one. You know, the meme names still here. Punk, Wapton Wefo, and Chubby Funster. In this case, that
Oh,
would be, 2-0. Punk, aka Panic. Wapton Wefo is obviously Jeffo, and Chubby Funster is Kyle, aka Fatty Kyle as well. Oh,
the one and
lovely
only
people in
big
our
man
league.
Kyle.
Big man Kyle indeed, but 2-0 after just about 40 seconds Toxo, and it seems like we both saw this going in the way of Unseen. It's not been too close at the start as they have another look
Uh,
towards net, and Kyle will slot this one away. It's not a great start from CK. You really have cursed them.
I thought it was going to be like 3-1, 3-2 Unseen, but I didn't think we're gonna get what, not even a minute into this first match, and it's already 3 goals. You know, nobody could expect this for a first match.
No,
I
yeah, and we don't know if.
think just
Sorry.
CK a little bit unworn, you know. I don't think they had a scrim before this. I believe Unseen did. Oh no, CK did have a scrim actually, and Unseen didn't. CK scrimmed Resurrection, I believe. So they should be warm enough.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Resurrection should always give them a good scrim. They're a decent team, but the Unseen just proving to be better towards the start of this match, and here they
As
come again, looking for that fourth goal already. That's not something you generally like to be
Weekend.
hearing if you're CK, but Weekend does take it up the other end. But once again, yeah, this is like the first attack that CK have had.
And
And it
it's
seems like both
working!
teams
Oh,
might be
he
having an defensive
misses!
mare. And another miss onto the backboard. Killian doesn't get it, squeeze it in. And as the ball just flies across the field,
No goal
finally Kyle
ins.
will collect.
No goal
Ah,
inside. So say this, Killian takes it up the wall, gets it mid. Nobody there from CK. You know, CK has to start taking these 50s, which they have started doing, and after that mid pass, you know, they have to be mid for their teammate. Kyle looking to beat Killian does. Kyle looking to keep up the pressure. Panic takes it to the side. Jeffo has to play third man. GCI with a must. Oh, what a pass to Weekend from GCI! A musty flick pass to Weekend on the sidewall. And how are you saying that is defense right there?
well, that's just, yeah, I don't know what can you expect from the defenders there. It's a wonderful pass. Someone please clip that for us. If not, we'll have to go back to the VOD that will be uploaded after this. But we go back to the kickoff. CK get one back. It did take an absolute masterpiece of a goal, but now they're already looking for that second in a row. Is this one going to go in? No, Weekend is there, but he's completely missed the ball. And Jeffo does get it out straight to Panic as well, who's low on boost, but gets a solid pinch that GCI does have to block. And
See,
Toxo, CK warming up.
yeah, but also, you know, is it fast enough? You know, we're halfway through this game. They're 2 goals down. They fumbled 2 open nets already, and they've thrown 3 goals. You know, I like to see more from this CK, but they're just not really looking the greatest right now. As I say this, and almost another shot miss. Panic takes control. Demo's Weekend. Jeffo just gonna bang it. Doesn't really need to do too much.
Yep, now Kyle will go up to the ball. Gets it to the backboard. A lot of CK players have to go for the ball, and they do eventually get out. Killian should have a free ball here, but does leave it for GCI. And Toxo, it seems like you're trying to cast the curse people at the moment, because every time you say something, it seems to calm down, but it seems like I've done it now. Oh, we're with each other for 3 hours today, Toxo, and it seems like we're just going to be cast cursing all over the place. We're only in the first game of a minimum of 9 that we'll be spectating over, but it looks like we'll definitely be going to more than that.
Yeah, you know, the caster curse is real, but, you know, you can't get cursed on. You know, you want to win games, and CK looking like they want to take this. You know, a couple mistakes at the start. It was a bit scrappy. You know, for the first game of the playoffs, it's always going to be a scrappy, in my opinion. And CK are now in this game. To say this, GCI gets beat. Killian left in defense. Panic goes wide. Weekend brings it around Kyle. Somehow didn't 50 it. Killian just bangs it upfield. Kyle gonna take a 50. Outbeats GCI. Oh, Killian with the miss.
Yeah, Killian running out on boost. Only could get a touch towards the other side, but it does actually lead to some sustained pressure for his teammates to build up on. Now he does get a shot, goes towards the net in Panic, clears it out, pixel perfect save, but still, CK attack. Is anyone there for the shot? Killian, awkward touch, and now Unseen are able to build up the pressure all over again. And now they come, 30 seconds to hold off 1 goal, or score 1, to cushion game 1 of the playoffs for themselves. But finally, CK, this could very well be the last attack. Killian misses the ball, works out as a fake for Weekend. But no, Panic, huge dunk up the other end. CK running out of time. They're going to have to get this up the field. They've got 10 seconds to do it. They've got 10 seconds to get it in the back of the net. Killian might be the one to do it, but no, Kyle clears it away. Weekend, huge miss of the ball. This is going to go out to the side. GCI with one last chance. He's 0 boost. It's going to hit the floor, and the Unseen take the first game.
You know, surprisingly, how much CK whiffed at the start. You know, it was still a close game. You know, they were down 3 goals in the first minute, and you know they played some pressure and they started scoring. And you know, if they don't drop 3 goals in the first minute, you know that could have been a game. That could have been CK's game. The only goals they dropped were in that first minute.
Yeah, and CK did actually look like the better team towards the end of that. I don't know whether that's Unseen looking like they're just trying to go all defensive on them, but yeah, CK do drop the first game, but they do actually have 2 goals on the bounce. We're gonna have to see how Unseen sort that out now that CK have warmed up Toxo. But what's your predictions for game 2? Come on, give us a score.
I think CK keep this. You know, if they can, if they keep up the pressure that they had towards the end of the game, you know, they have the momentum. I'm getting my door knocked. I need to quickly go run. Um,
That's fine. I can cover for you for now, Toxo. Right. Toxo's gone for now, so it's a solo cast from me as Toxo goes down to the door. Maybe he's got something surprising at the door, but Weekend says he'll take his time out whenever. Remember, these teams do have options to take their time out whenever they want. But here we go, back into the kickoff. Just me for now until we wait for Toxo to get back. Game 2 of the Unseen versus CK. Orange versus blue, as it's been all the way throughout Rocket League history. And Killian will actually get a decent pass up to Weekend, but he can't really do much with it. Kyle, aka Chubby Funster, just tried to get a shot towards net. GCI avoids the bump as well, gets it out, and now Weekend will be able to take over. Now, oh, big bump from the Unseen onto each other, but Jeffo flicks it past Killian, and now GCI in an awkward place, 0 boost all by himself. Jeffo Athena flick onto the crossbar, but Killian does get it out. And finally, does lay it off to Weekend, and still 0-0, so not as quick goals. I think my friend here, Toxo, has returned.
I am back. Sorry, wasn't expecting a delivery at me gaff. As I say this, Weekend looking for a shot, gets blocked by Kyle. Kyle just looking to relieve some pressure, gets 50'd. Panic with the clear. Weffo with the shot, I mean Jeffo, sorry. GCI, looking for a mid pass, kind of misses it, but works out in a way. Weekend with a clear. Gets past Kyle. Jeffo gonna take his time, take it up into the ear. With his mechanical ability, gets blocked by GCI. Crucial block.
Yeah, GCI stopping the flipper trap attempt there as Panic does take us towards the corner. The race for this back right boost does go in the favour of a Weekend, and he actually will pick up the mid as well. But he's taken too much time and is challenged by Jeffo. Big demo onto GCI, who's been doing absolutely spectacular this game, but he spawns in the right place and he gets the ball out, but will, however, not have many resources left in his car to be able to take a play. Goes into the corner, but straight to Weekend. And it goes back towards the backboard. The team's just playing a bit of ping pong, but it seems a little bit in the favour of the Unseen at the minute.
Yeah, you know, the Unseen are taking, you know, the mid boost here. They're keeping CK at the defense for this past 30 seconds to a minute. So say this Jeffo, holy, please don't allow people to change their names from now on. Jeffo looking to keep up some pressure. Kind of a hard ball to read. Pops it down mid. Miss from Killian. And played out by GCI.
Yeah, and that's why everyone should just play on the Epic Games Store instead, so they don't have the ability to change their names so often. But GCI towards the backboard, but it's cleared away easily by Jeffo. And it does go to Killian, but is immediately challenged by Kyle. Free ball in front of the net. Who's going to be there first this weekend? But it does fall to Panic, who actually surprisingly will take this pretty calmly up into the air. Gets a bump as well. But GCI, an absolute warrior through the field. However, none of his teammates are there to catch up to it and continue this play.
Panic, just taking the boost and gonna go play third. As I said, it's Kyle with the shot, Killian with the save. Panic, looking to put it back mid for his team. Does get it mid. Jeff was not there. Bumps two. Jeffo with the shot. Gets saved by Killian. Jeffo, trying to keep up some pressure. Blocked out by Weekend. Gets a nice 50 on Kyle. Killian, just with the bang. Jeffo, with another bang, looking for a dunk. GCI keeps calm. And a very even match in the second game.
Yeah, and this is more what I expected out of these two teams. The Unseen will be grateful that they had that sort of first game for free, but this one goes all the way down the field. Long shot from Killian. The Unseen caught lacking up too close. All of them in the opponent's half. Kyle can't do anything to get back. This one just rolls into the net. And CK have their first lead somewhat late into game 2, but the Unseen have plenty of time to reply.
As,
So.
soon as we say it looks even, a team Unseen gets scored on. I guess that's good for CK and unfortunate for Unseen. As I say this weekend with the bang, Kyle gets not a great touch that you want there with Jeffo with the clear. Gets a demo on weekend and just gonna take boost and bolt. Looking for a solo play. Brings it backwards, blocked out by weekend. Weekend gets beat by Kyle. Killian gets
Yep.
dead in net, and that shot goes wide by Panic.
Yeah, the shot wide by Panic, and it wasn't really a great one. He sort of had an open net to look at. No, Killian! Oh, it looks like it might be going in. It's a good shot by Kyle, but Killian sent it into his own net, and we're all level again. Look at this. Oh, no. He didn't want to leave it for an unseen player, but Killian, own goal into the wrong side. Ah, it's painful. Here we go, though. Back to the kickoff. 1-1.
Unseen wanting to take their second game in a row to keep that momentum up. CK wanting to stop Unseen's offense. Weekend with a bang. GCI looking to pass mid, gets it around up and around Jeffo. Kind of a double commit from Unseen here. Panic plays it out to the side. Jeffo gets beat by GCI. Weekend goes up, gets it around Panic, looks for a dunk, can't get it. Killian passes it mid. Nobody mid for CK.
Yeah, I think this ball's now just going to drop for overtime. Unless CK can
Ooh.
change something about that. Off the bar and down it goes, but here we go. Overtime. Okay, I think. So, even match point for the Unseen. 1v1. It is match point. Wefo. Wafton Wefo Jeffo puts this away. Bad touch from Killian to help him on his way. GCI, nothing much he could do. No momentum to hit the ball. They do call a timeout.
And that will be 2 minutes on the after this little scoreboard scene. CK will have 2 minutes for their timeout. And I would say a good time for this timeout, just unfortunate from Killian that game, scores an own goal, misses the 0-second shot, and then gets a bad touch off that kickoff. Just a little bit unfortunate for CK that game.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate for CK, but they do call their timeout. They weren't bad in this game. This game sort of seemed like the way you would think that maybe it would go. Like what this series would be like, with Unseen just being the slight better of the teams, and that's exactly what happened in an overtime and just sort of a kick-off goal for them. Only took 4 seconds after a tightly contested game with 2 very late goals and an almost 0-second effort as well. But Toxo, do you think that CK take this next game and start the beginnings of a reverse sweep, or do you think that Unseen are going to be able to shut it out in a surprise sweep?
I I believe, I believe in the CK at least taking at least one more game. I don't think they're gonna get swept here. Just they're coming out strong from the gates. They're bringing up some pressure. Their defense is good. It's just these slight mistakes of missing or getting a bad touch is getting them scored on. So if they stop these slight touches that they just don't need, they're gonna start taking games.
Exactly, and remember, if they lose, it is not over for them. They only go to the lower bracket.
Yeah.
So, still a lot on the line, because if you go through this upper bracket, you have that huge advantage in the grand final of having the bracket reset in your hand and the other team having to beat you twice. With you also looking like the best team in the tournament, obviously going undefeated, while absolutely everyone will either lost either once or twice. And Unseen definitely looking to start out strong and look like one of the best teams in the tournament.
If
But
you were
yeah,
CK right here, what do you tell your team?
well,
You as a player.
exactly what you said. So yeah, it was good analysis. So just try and play a bit safer. Watch out for the whiffs. Making sure that you back your teammates up all the way through. But we wait for the players to join in the second game, and
We
yeah, just asking about how much time is left.
got like 20 seconds left in their 2-minute timeout.
Yep, 20 seconds left, and yeah, just watch out for the whiffs, CK. That's what's costing you goals. Obviously, the own goal was unlucky from Killian. Killian's playing well. He just couple moments that threw him off. GCI also playing solid. Yeah, and I think maybe Weekend just needs that little bit of a step up. But here we
Yeah.
go, game 3, all on the line for CK. They do need to reverse sweep. One of the favourites for the tournament.
Well,
So it's going to be a tall task, but it's possible.
not a task that they. It is a task that they can definitely do. You know, having two games where it's been so close. As I say this, Jeffo looking to dunk GCI almost gets it. Kyle,
Oh,
not the best touch, but Panic keeps out the. Oh, that's a shot, and that is a GCI not jumping for the save.
yeah, and I don't think he thought it was in. Certainly didn't think it was in, but too little, too late. GCI hand down, man down, and Unseen first goal. Not what we expected, but as we come back to the kickoff, Weekend does win it solidly. It goes straight to Jeffo. Free ball in the air, and it's tightly contested. Straight back into the midfield. GCI straight towards the centre circle, but only falls to the Unseen, who now begin yet another attack. But CK now charging up the field. Weekend with a flip reset to go forward, blocked out by Panic. And the Unseen all the way back onto the back wall, building up the pressure. Doing what they've always done, just constantly being on the attack and not letting the other team go. But can GCI redirect this? No, it's blocked out. Weekend. The shot towards net. Killian is
Oh,
there, but he's just hit it across.
that
And
was
now,
such a good play from CK. It was just so unfortunate that the mid player couldn't get to it. To say this, Weekend and GCI pinch it towards Unseen's net. Kyle with the block, GCI with the shot, and it's just open. Nobody back for third.
yeah, that one is just completely open. And let me tell you, that is the G2 Esports banner buff. But GCI, well placed shot into the right hand corner. And we're all leveled up, and this is what we expected from CK after their timeout. And if they can continue that sort of attack, because that was a very well played 2 attacks that they, one got very close to scoring, and one got all the way there. Yes, one thing I've also noticed is distinct lack of physical play in this game. Maybe that's not something these teams are known for. I know that Kyle is quite aggressive in his playstyle, but not really bringing it out in this game. Maybe not finding the opportunities.
Yeah, I didn't
But
really think
yeah.
about that. As you say it now, I don't think there's probably been like 2 demos in the past 3 games. It's actually very weird for Unseen just to not get so many demos. As we continue with an attack from CK, gets blocked out by Kyle. Gets Kyle and GCI take a 50. GCI got beat. The Killian looking to take a 50 on the wall. Gets beat by Jeffo. GCI clears it away from any attack. Gets it around Panic. Weekend with the 50. GCI into the wall. Weekend with the miss shot. And
Oh, that was a massive opportunity for Weekend. Does get another touch. Kill it, falling off the ceiling like an angel from the sky, but 2 misses. Now, this is sort of what we kind of been used to. It's actually been pretty decent play, and another miss. Sort of all coming out from these teams now, maybe feeling the pressure a little bit, especially CK, but Unseen will want to shut this out. They don't want to let CK start a reverse sweep, but as I say it, yeah, never gets the goes. I think that's the 4th we've had so far, Toxo. Killian, good shot. Straight into the right-hand side again.
Killian
Oh,
really
wow.
stepping up this game from his last. I think he's gaining a little bit more confidence. He's coming out of his shell. He's not really getting these missed touches that you don't want. And CK are just playing well this game. They don't want to. They don't want to go to lowers. They don't want to have to fight all the way back up and do do a double grand finals like you said. As I say this, Kyle gets it around 2, and it's straight in for Unseen, and it's back to tied game.
Yeah, and Kyle just with a clean beat over GCI. He can't quite get any contact on it. This one just goes straight into the middle of the net. And here we go, back to the kickoff once again. 2-2 between these two teams, so we are going to see the same scoreline, or larger, as we saw in Game 1. And I think we could definitely see 1 or 2 more goals out of each of these teams.
Well, we at least gotta
Sharks
see
in
one
the
more.
water. Yeah, well, yeah. We are at least seeing 1 more goal, but we could definitely see many more if that goal can come from CK. Plenty of time before overtime, so a lot can happen in just a minute, in just the 90 seconds in Rocket League, but one of the unique things about this sport, well,
Weekend
esports.
taking it up, looking for a dunk on, and he does get the dunk, but it's not in. It goes too high, and Unseen looking for an attack. Jeffel with the shot, and GCI doesn't jump. I think he had no boost.
Yeah, this was all so close, but just a swift counter attack up the field from the Unseen, and yeah, GCI caught with low boost. They've got a minute and 13 to score another goal before they get swept into the lower bracket. It's not looking good for CK.
Say this, Jeffo looking to find something fancy. Tries to go a bump on Killian. Killian dodges. Nice 50 from Panic. Kyle looking to beat GCI. Can't. GCI looking for a dunk on Panic. Panic was just a banger. Looking for a double tap. Misses. Jeffo with the shot. Killian with the save. Jeffo looking for a 50. Gets it around GCI. Killian also misses. GCI gonna take his time. Not a lot of boost. And
Yeah, now Panic onto the back corner. Whoa. Scary touch. Finally, we do see a demo, but it forced the GCI. Doubles it all the way down the field. Another team bump. Chaos all over. Just 4 cars in the corner. Killian now, across the other side, takes it away from his teammate. They're just panicking. Another bump. Struggling for boost. Struggling for plays. Now they're struggling on the defense. Now the physicality is all coming out, whether it be on themselves, their own teams, or the opponent. They got 8, 7, 6 seconds to score. Otherwise, they are going into the lower bracket in a sweeping fashion. But it seems like the Unseen, they got it down the other end. Free ball. Weekend down the other field. Just Kyle to beat. Blocked out. Killian onto the backboard. Can they get it down? Not yet.
Unseen wanting to put the ball down, but CK keeping it up. But GCI passes it to Kyle. Kyle with the shot. Weekend with the save. Panic. It's in the corner to try. CK needs to keep this ball up. They need 1 more goal from this. Killian bangs it downfield. GCI looking for a mid-touch. Gets it. Jeffo with the bang. Killian with the touch to keep the ball up. Weekend passing it. Killian side flips. And it is an Unseen 3-0 sweep.
What an exciting end to that match that was, Toxo. Oh, wow. CK so close, but the absolute miracle save from Kyle. Wow. Unbelievable, Toxo. What do you think of that? That is one exciting end to a 3-0 sweep. That's not something you get to see very often.
Yeah, you know, the games were close enough, you know, there was 1 goal difference in every game, even though CK had a bad start. You know, it was as close as I think it was gonna be. It's just CK couldn't find, when they had that 1 goal up, they just couldn't keep it. You know, they were always getting scored on because of a missed touch or just a double commit.
Yep, and that consistency showing from the Unseen. They've shown it all throughout the season. Why not show it in this series? They go through to the upper bracket semi-final, and CK will drop down into lower round 1. They will play, I believe, the loser of Interstellar and Resurrection later, or tomorrow at 6 p.m. BST. But Oh wow, Unseen. We'll see them later today at 9 o'clock. But what a performance from them! Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting just, CK to lose 3 hours, expecting at least one game to be taken. But they just when they had the lead, they just couldn't keep it. They played well. If it was any other team, they win the series. But you can't be making mistakes like that when you're playing against Unseen.
Yeah, that was definitely unfortunate. But oh wow. And I think it was Resurrection. Was it Revised Neil was covering for? Apparent swept Interstellar. I think was Neil covering for? Was it Resurrection? Oh no, Interstellar swept. Sorry,
Interstellar swept.
Interstellar swept Resurrection. There you go. Yeah,
Okay.
Neil giving me. Yeah, Neil giving me confirmation. Interstellar 3-0, Resurrection, and two giant teams playing for a spot in the upper final to eventually maybe go in to secure a top 3 place in this tournament. But yeah, close. Close match that one might actually be. But next up we have Team Miracle and Solaris Esports lining up. Me and Toxo will
No,
see you
no,
again.
no, 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 no. Not we're doing clinical versus Corinthians at 8.
Ah, that will be us at 8.
Yeah.
So sorry about that, guys. Miracle and Solaris will actually be on BGCS EU 2